Hi and welcome. This is my list of my favorite top 20 favorite metal albums of 2023. Um, I listened to a lot of metal, but I have to admit the most of it was metal that was not that didn't came out this year. But over the year I collected some um, some diamonds um, that I listened to. And I think I have a pretty comprehensive, good list. And these are my absolute favorites of the year. And there were some great, amazing metal albums this year. Amazing. Especially for one man solo projects. The amount of quality and the amount of musicianship is amazing, second to none. It's impressive what with the new technology people are able to produce. It's incredible. Um, I want to start with some honorable mentions, of course, and these are great albums, but didn't make the list because um, they, as I liked them, but they didn't really hit the spot. It, I can't argue that they're well made albums. They are well made, amazing sounding albums, but for whatever reason, it didn't click 100% fully. And one of them is Suffocation's hymns from the Apocrypha. I think it's how it's spelled out, or it's stated correctly. Um, Amazing album from Suffocation, really pounding. It's really fast and has the classic Suffocation blast beats, and yeah, it's great, but for whatever reason didn't couldn't wow me enough. Then there's this debut album from the band Moonlight Sorcery. And the album title is a mouthful. It's a Horned Lord in a thorned castle. It's a black metal mixed melodic death metal, and it's great. I think it's also a one man project, but I'm not sure 100%. Um, Great album, amazing. It's by some of the metal top 10 lists. It's on right right at the top, but not quite for me. Um, and there's this one EP from Spirit Box, The Fear of Fear. I just included it in the honorable mentions because it's an EP, not an album. But I love it. I think it's great. Spirit Box. In the beginning was not sure. I didn't like them as much, but now after those years, and now especially with the new EP, I'm really grew fond of them. Well, that's the honorable mentions. Starting with number 20. Sorry, I have the album from Avenged Sevenfold, Life is But a Dream. It's a controversial, starting really nice with a controversial pick. Um, I'm not a huge fan of Avenged Sevenfold. I didn't really listen to them back in the day. I think they're great musicians, no doubt about it. And Sinister Gates is an amazing guitarist, but for whatever reason, it never really clicked. And but this album is something different, something different. They tried to change it up and use some weird, um, some Daft Punk, some grunge, some all kinds of different elements to mix it up to make it fresh. It's a hit and miss for sure, um, but I think it's refreshing. And The singing is also hit and miss, um, but overall, the concept is interesting. It's very depressing, although it doesn't sound as depressing from sonically. Um, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. Um, I cannot listen it for a long time because after a while the novelty of all the changes, different styles is wearing off. But for time being, I really enjoyed it. Um, now come to number 19. Number 19 is In Flames with Foregone. I listened to In Flames back in the day, in the early 2000s or middle 2000s, and I really loved them. And after A Sense of Purpose, I the stuff never really clicked anymore. I didn't like it. And now with Chris Broderick on guitar, they're they're a really amazing album. They're really back to form. In Flames, early 2000 In Flames are back, and it's great. It sounds amazing. The production is great. The guitar melodies are great. There's some killer hooks. There's still some cheesy moments here and there, but overall, as a package, I really enjoyed it, and it's definitely going in the right direction. This is how I want to my In Flames to sound like. So that's great. That's amazing. So we come to number 18, and the next three is my death metal trifecta. Um, with number 18, I chose Cattle Decapitation Terracite. Cattle Decapitation's Terracite as a. I don't get me wrong, I really love this album. It sounds amazing. Um, but I think it's actually a little bit overrated. Um, everyone, a lot of people are praising it, and it is great. Don't get me wrong, I really like it. Um, but for me, it's missing the ferocity and the. I need a little bit more blast beats in my death metal, to be honest. And the beginning is amazing, but in the middle, it really it is losing me. And then it ends. The ending is epic. It's great. And some guitar riffs are not as memorable, not as melodic, not as melancholic. There are some melancholic parts for sure, but I don't know. Death Atlas, um, I, I like Death Atlas more. There was something about it that was more cohesive. I don't know. Um, yeah, Cattle Decapitation, Terracite, loved it. Um, the next one is I don't know how to if did I pronounce it correctly. The Zenith Passage. I hope that's correct. With Data Elysium. This is a band from America with some former The Faceless members, and that album I really love that one. That's really technical. It's really fast. It's brutal. The singing is amazing. Fast gutturals. Um, it's very technical, very staccato riffing. Um, Maybe a little bit too much, in my opinion, sometimes, but I still love it. It gives me some old faceless planetary duality vibes, and I'm all here for it. I loved it. Um, yeah, great album. I can highly recommend. The next one, it's I'm a huge fan, so there's a little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of fanboy, um, how's it called, biased, but it's a Cannibal Corpse, Chaos Horrific. You can say that the other albums, uh, the Zenith Passage and Cattle Decapitation ones, are technically better or more brutal or whatever, or but it's something about those Cannibal Corpse grooves and Corpse Grinders um, voice that gets me going. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. There are some songs that are really that actually, to be quite frank, are quite boring to me. Um, but those songs that I really like, I really like. I love those grooves. I love those riffs, and yeah, like I said, the voice and the closing with "Drain You Empty." I love it. I fucking love it. Um, Cannibal Corpse, Chaos Horrific. Yeah, great. Now we come to a band that I discovered fairly recent. It's a band from Sweden called Helga, and with their album "Wrapped in Mist." I was super surprised. A friend of mine showed me, and you have to check that out. And I was listening to it, and I was like immediately in love, immediately. And I was like, "What is this atmosphere? It sounds amazing. The singing is different. It's very ethnically Scandinavian style, and has some really nice atmosphere. It's a doom rock metal, psychedelic, um, shoegazy kind of stuff, and I was hooked right from the get go. I highly recommend if you want something more chilled and more atmospheric. Um, this really transports you into Sweden. I think great album. Helga, Wrapped in Mist. The next one, number 14, Orbit Culture with Descent. Um, Orbit Culture, also a band from Sweden. I They're really hitting a stride in the last couple of years. They're really successful, and for good reason, because their sound and the overall sound and the overall production and songwriting is so goddamn catchy. So catchy, but not in a cheesy way, but in a really good way. Um, and it pounds you over your head, and those hooks, and it's like Swedish death metal, arena metal, I would describe it. Some very much groove focus, and yeah, their album is the production is great. The sounds, the songs are amazing. Really stick into your head. Get stuck in your head. I mean, and yeah, I really loved it. Um, that's not it's also not perfect, but I really like it. Now with number 13, um, there is a band that I really enjoy that I'm so glad that I found because I'm a huge supporter for women in metal, and that is Crypta with Shades of Sorrow. And those girls, they really know how to rock. They're making some amazing death metal, which is more lean towards early middle 2000s, but also some of the 90s sensibilities are also there, and I really love that stuff. Fernanda's voice on this record is amazing. I really love it, and the production is very organic, and I really like that. It makes it a little bit raw. The bass is a little bit up than usual, and it fits. I think it fits very well. Um, and yeah, great lyrics. I love the lyrics on the album. Fernanda is a really good songwriter in terms of lyrics that speak to me on a personal level, and great melodies, great hooks, great voice. I like that it's more dynamic than the first album. It has more of of an own identity and more maturity. Um, you get more. Okay, this is the Crypta sound now, um, and I really love it. And now on number 12, we have Catatonia with A Sky Void of Stars. Um, what can I say? It's Catatonia. They like with Helga, they make some really amazing atmosphere. The atmosphere is second to none. The voice is from uh, I forgot his name from the singer. Um, he has this amazing, unique voice, and they're really catchy songs on the record, but not cheesy at all. And it's it's a really good quality from start to finish. There may be one, two songs that it's not that I don't like them, it's just I don't care as much for them. But overall, the quality is amazing. I think it's I think it's maybe the best album since um, Night is a New Day. I think great musicianship. I there's I what can I say? It's Catatonia. Um, Now on number 11, we have Periphery with Gent is Not a Genre. And with Periphery, I have this weird. I really love those particular those last two albums, Periphery 5 and now this one, because their songs get more progressive and more longer, and I love that. They they really evolved in songwriting and production and everything, and you can tell. And the voice, the singing especially, really impressed me on this record. And there's some amazing songs with amazing roofs and some funny ideas, and especially the thank you Nobu song with the Final Fantasy references in it. I think that's really cute and really smart. And yeah, it's heavy, it's progressive, it's catchy, um, and I really love it. There's this one song that it's a little bit poppy. I don't care so much for that one. I think that they did a similar style song on the record beforehand, and this was a little bit better, I think. Um, but nonetheless, amazing, great album, and yeah, I think I will do a cut here. I guess the video would be extremely long if I just continue with that. Um, this is my 20 to 11 picks. I think I would go, yeah, with the next with a new video, a next video for the top 10. And by the way, um, I they're all amazing albums. Every one of them I can recommend. Maybe the Avenged Sevenfold is it's a tricky one, but on the on the other all the others I highly recommend, and you definitely should check them out. And but those top 10 that come now, they really hit me particularly in the feels or in the emotions, and that's why it probably has more black metal on it. um, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video so far, and I hope you will check out the top 10 as well. So see you in the next video.